It's a little bit different today, I know, but it's fun, so we're just gonna go with it. Hey guys, it's Lilith. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am in a hair towel and a rope because I just got out of the shower. And usually I would do my videos in my little corner with all of my setup done, but I decided I was gonna do a video last minute as I'm about to shift and tell you about the shifting method that I'm going to use as I'm getting ready to go use it. It's like 2:30 in the morning. I'm having a very, very late night because I was not feeling good all day, and it took me until after 1 o'clock in the morning to go get in the shower, which is why my hair is still up in this, and there's hair dye on my forehead from having just washed my hair. Having red hair is such a nuisance. That's also why all my fingernails are stained even though they're clean. I really need to paint them so you can't see the staining anymore. But something that I thought would be fun is that I'm gonna get ready to shift while I talk to you about the method that I'm gonna use. I've done a few method videos in the past and they were all just kind of me talking about them, not really getting ready to go and use them. Now, the method that I'm going to talk about today is the Any Moment method, which was created by my bestie Carly, who I'm going to list her channel in the description below. Carly makes really amazing shifting subliminals. They're so versatile. All of them are so different. And I'm obsessed and I love her and she's so smart. And also, if you are interested, down below is listed the shifting podcast that she and I started together called Batshit Crazy. We are currently trying to upload every other Saturday and I'm in the middle of editing episode 2 as we speak and I am so excited. So if you guys want to see that, go head over there. But right now we are going to talk about the Any Moment method while I get ready for bed. First we got to get this out of here, because I've had my hair up in this for a minute and I prefer to let this air dry. I look great. Now, I have actually done the Any Moment method before. Anyone who watched my video from December when I talked about the fact that I opened my eyes in another reality, this is the method that I was doing. I happened to also be listening to one of Carly's subliminals at the time. I believe I was listening to The Wish Fulfilled, and that was the first big shifting progress I had had in a hot minute ever since my second mini shift last July. I'm hoping this video won't take me forever to get up. As reference, I am currently filming this on the night of April 13th. I really like the Any Moment method because there's honestly no visualization that goes into it. I mean, you can add some if you really want to, but when I do it, I don't really visualize at all. The Any Moment method is really heavily based in intention and affirmation. I also just realized I was supposed to put some stuff in my hair before I combed it, so I fucked up. So we're gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna do it now because I forgot to put in my leave-in conditioner and my argan oil in my hair before I did this, so we're gonna do it now. Yeah, I couldn't for the life of me figure out why it was so much harder to comb my hair tonight than it usually is on hair wash nights. It's because I didn't have my leave-in conditioner in. For anyone who's curious, I'm using the Aussie hair insurance. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of argan oil. It helps with like shine and strength and stuff. As I was saying, I really like the fact that there's not really any visualization in the Any Moment method. I feel like it's really good for people that have a hard time visualizing or even a hard time focusing when it comes to visualizing. Because sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but I have ADHD, so sometimes it's really hard. And now off camera, I'm going to use 2 body products. The first one is the Tropic Glow Firming Whipped Shea Body Butter, which is supposed to be a dupe for the really popular Bum Bum Cream. And then the other one I'm going to use is the Glycolic Acid from The Ordinary. Now that we are back in my room and I have put all those things on, I can talk a little louder. I was trying not to wake up someone whose room is on the other side of the bathroom just now. And now we let the hair air dry. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is talk about the original method, and then I'm going to talk to you about what I did differently when I did the method. The first step is to affirm to yourself, awake or asleep, I will shift at any moment. Really feel it and believe it. If you can visualize it, then visualize it. Accept it. Take it as truth. The second step is box breathing, which if you don't know what box breathing is, it's like, usually there's like a certain second amount of count. It's like Inhale for 5 seconds. Hold your breath for 5 seconds. Exhale for 5 seconds. Hold your breath for 5 seconds. Inhale for 5 seconds. And you go around and around in like 4 sections of breath. Except every time that you do one of these breath spaces, you say the same affirmation from the first step. Awake or asleep, I will shift at any moment. So you say it on the inhale, you say it when you hold, you say it on the exhale, you say it when you hold, and around and around and around until you feel like you've done it enough times. If you're doing it as an asleep method, just keep doing that until you fall asleep if you can. Step 3 is to really believe it. Hammer it in, soak it into your skin, into your soul. Believe it, hype yourself up, convince yourself of it, gaslight yourself if you have to. Like, just truly get yourself to believe your words as you're chanting them to yourself over and over again as you're box breathing. Step 4 is to think as your DR self, or use your 5 senses if you can. I usually during this part like to think about my day as my DR self. Like, what do I have to do tomorrow? Am I going to work? Am I going to go see friends? Am I going to spend the day with my partner? Like, I plan it out from beginning to end. I imagine my entire routine at the beginning of the day, starting from the moment that I wake up, the most minuscule things. If I'm in a moment where I can visualize, I try to visualize going through my morning routine in my DR house as my DR self. The reason that I said that this is basically a visualization-free method is because you don't have to visualize if you can't, or if you just don't want to. Then you can just think as your DR self. Think about your plans. Think about your life there. Think about it like you're already there, because you are. So I consider this technically a visualization-free or visualization-optional kind of method. So this can work for people who can't or don't like to visualize when they're trying to shift. I'm gonna go get dressed. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, I am back. I am dressed. Thank God the robe was getting cold. So now let's talk about the things that I do differently when I do the any moment method. You don't have to do this. I just told you the steps to the original method as intended by the creator, but there are certain things that I have to do differently. So let's go with that one. The first time that I ever did the any moment method was when I opened my eyes. Now I do technically know that technically I can and have before shifted without this method. I don't need it to shift, but I do credit the fresh perspective and technique of this along with Carly's meditations and also her shifting boot camp with helping me to shift in December. I'm feeling real lazy. I'm not gonna wash this off my forehead. I'm gonna wipe it off because it's really late. And so I'm just gonna put on my moisturizer and my eye cream and we're just gonna be done for the evening. When I started off doing that method for the first time, I did start it off with any moment, the awake or asleep, I will shift at any moment. And that did work technically because I did start off that way. But I wanted to incorporate some sort of affirmation about being safe because I often feel extremely paranoid when I'm trying to shift. I don't know why. I think it's because I've really gotten in the habit of I have to have headphones on or earbuds in when I'm sleeping, shifting, because I tend to go to bed really late, and by the time I'm going to sleep, the neighbors and their children are coming out and they're being really loud and slamming car doors and screaming even before the sun is up, and it tends to be incredibly distracting. Plus I live with 4 other people and it can be really distracting for me to hear them existing around the house. So I have to have earbuds in, but there's also a weird sense of paranoia when I have earbuds in and I'm trying to shift because I have anxiety and my brain is like, anyone could be in your room right now and you wouldn't know. Like, it gets really like panicky feeling for me. So I often feel really freaked out trying to shift because I think that I won't hear it if there is some sort of emergency or if there's a person in my room. And it starts to make me feel like really watched and creeped out. So I felt like it was necessary to add in affirmations to let me know that I'm safe. Every time that I try to shift now, I do include these, but it felt really important to note that this night that I did this with this meditation was the first time I'd ever done that. Please don't mind how red and horrible my face looks right now. I did dermablade my face today, so like touching it is kind of making it red because I got sensitive skin. But I started throwing in different affirmations that were worded differently that had to do with my safety. Stuff along the lines of, I am safe, I am always safe, I am always safe when shifting. I also threw in a lot of I am safe in my DR, I am safe in my CR, I am safe in my original reality, I am safe in any reality that I am in, I am safe in any reality that I may shift to, whether it's my intended reality or not. Just like really trying to cover all my bases to calm myself down from the panic, because there have been several situations where me feeling really panicky has resulted in me not even being able to finish a shifting method because I'm freaking out. And honestly, some repetition of this really did help. I feel like it made me feel more secure and in control. And I feel like that made a lot of difference for me. Once I felt like the anxious feeling of not being safe was gone, I did go back to doing the affirmation from the beginning of awake or asleep, I will shift at any moment. And I continued this for a few minutes until I really felt like it wasn't doing anything, that I wasn't really focusing, and I just had this like overwhelming feeling of, I need to remember I've already done this. Like, I have often been guilty of being one of those people who forgets that mini shifting is still technically shifting. And I mini shifted twice before this, even though I hadn't opened my eyes. And that often led to a lot of really bad imposter syndrome, where I feel like I struggled with really feeling like I had shifted and that I wasn't just like hallucinating or being crazy. And so I really tried to double down on myself and be like, no, if my friends had had those experiences, I would tell them not to gaslight themselves. God, my nails are stained. I'm so sorry. I'm not dirty, I swear. I had red hair in high school and it was never this bad. I think it's the brand I started using. Or maybe it's because it's a different kind of red. I don't know. And I started really telling myself, I have shifted before, I am shifting again. I try not to do the I will shift or I'm going to shift. It's no, I'm doing it right now. And I feel like something about that helped me to feel extremely calm. Not just like, oh, I'm not panicking, but also just like, I trusted it more. I trusted myself more. I think it just made me feel generally extremely zen. I also do not do box breathing. There is something about box breathing that just takes me out of it. I feel like I'm focusing too much on how big my breaths should be or how many seconds they should last for, and I'm not focusing on the shift. I think it actually, to me anyway, other people are different. Carly loves box breathing, but I feel like for me personally, it makes me feel too attached to my CR body. I feel too attached to my original reality. I feel too aware of this. And there's something about when I'm doing box breathing, I'm super, super aware of my heartbeat. I don't know why. There's just something about it that I feel super aware of. And if I'm trying to shift, I don't want to feel attached to here. I don't want to feel aware of here. I don't want my hair to look like this right now. Oh, it's going to take forever to air dry. I can't even go to bed until it air dries. Because if I go to bed with wet hair, I'm going to get sick. I left for a little bit and my hair got really poofy. But at the time of filming this part, it's about 3:45 in the morning. And I should probably go to bed soon, so I'm not going to go straighten my hair. I'm going to go to bed after I finish filming this. I'll straighten my hair tomorrow. Girl, can you believe my hair was thin twice during my last hair appointment? This has to go up in a clip or I'm never going to be able to focus. It's not the neatest that it could be. I just needed it out of my face. Instead of box breathing, I just do deep breaths. I'm not doing it for a certain amount of seconds. I'm not doing it a certain amount of times. I'm just deep breathing to myself while affirming to help keep my body calm and make me feel like I'm, there's a word for it, almost like taking the affirmation in from the point that I'm breathing all the way through my body. It's like, it's not really a visualization thing. It's more like something I can just feel, that almost like as I take the deep breath in, it's almost like I imagine it filling my entire body and taking the affirmation with it. So it's almost like I take the affirmation in and it goes all the way through my body and kind of like really fills me to the point that like I can believe it and soak it in and make it mine. And then I choose not to do the visualization part at the end. I just do the thinking as my DR self thing. I don't do great at visualization. So I really just think as my DR self, and I start listing off things I need to do in the morning. What time do I need to get up? What do I need to do that day? Stuff like that. Because I haven't had my first full day grounded shift, it's always, okay, I'm going to get up and I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to freak out. And then it's, where am I going to go? Who am I going to see? Who do I live with? That kind of stuff. So I kind of like to do that instead of trying to visualize it and imagine it, because I have so much trouble with that. This is the 5th method that I am reviewing on this channel and telling you guys about and telling my opinions about. And every time that I do this, I put them in an order of which ones I like the most. I know that I have done videos on the Raven method, the pillow method, the Julia method, and the ADHD method. From what I remember, the Julia method is sitting at number 1, the ADHD method is sitting at number 2, and then the Raven method at number 3, and the pillow method at number 4. All of these are going to move down a spot because I love the any moment method, and I am putting it right at number 1. So it's going to be the any moment method, then the Julia method, then the ADHD method, then the Raven method, and then the pillow method. These are, of course, not my top 5 favorite of all time. These are just the 5 that I have done videos on this channel. There are other ones that I have done in the past. I've done over a dozen methods in my 4.5 years in this community. And I want to do videos on all of those, as well as ones I haven't done yet that I want to try out for and with you guys. So if there are any other ones that you want me to do videos on, please leave them down here below and they will get added to the countdown. And I will tell you how to do the method, my experiences with it, if I've done it with any guided meditations or certain subliminals, my take on it, how much I liked it, and if there's anything that I changed about it. Personally, I think the any moment method is great. I think it really deserves the top spot, not just because I fully shifted with my eyes open for the first time with that method, but also because I think of all of the methods that I named, it has the least amount of steps that are the easiest to remember. It is the most non-visualization heavy one to me, because even when doing the pillow method, I still kind of go to sleep supposedly visualizing and imagining my DR, when really just it's me kind of going to sleep with my thing under my pillow. But to me, it is the most user-friendly of all of the methods that I've done on this channel. So I think that that is probably like my go-to number 1 at this time. Honestly, I think even off of this list, I think it's probably my number 1 right now. I hope that you guys liked today's video and that I could introduce you to a new method that maybe you guys will like. Let me know if you end up trying this and if you like it. If you guys have any other methods that you would like me to explain or review or both, please leave them in the comments below. While you're down there, also check out the description where you can subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, where you can check out all of my other social media. You can buy a tarot reading from me if you contact the email in the description, where I can give you channeled readings from loved ones in your DR. I can give you readings from your spirit guide / spirit team to give you shifting advice, and I can contact the higher version of yourself who has already shifted. Also, check out the link in the description for the Batshit Crazy podcast that Carly and I do together, and the link that's also down there leading to Carly's subliminal channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this chaotic and crazy journey. Please let me know if you prefer this style of filming a video about a method as opposed to how I usually do it with my light kit and my big camera setup. So do you prefer that, which is a little more professional and controlled, or this, which was a little bit more of just like a get ready with me / hang out with me while I talk some crap? I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you liked this one. Bye.